Have you been thinking about getting a handheld? Maybe you already have a handheld. We've been hearing about how hard it is to see in the little displays and get around the Windows system. I have some tools here that's going to help you out, maybe save you a little time and some headache. First one here is called Tablet Pro Studio. This here you can get on the Windows Store, you can get it on Google. This app I use to create little toolbars, hotkeys. My favorite thing to do with it is the pinch to zoom function. I use this all the time. Most people complain about the inability to read text and things on smaller screens. You can just pinch and zoom this, it'll make it easy. Anytime I'm in a game or on a website and I can't see, I just zoom in like I do on my phone. Works great. Super Display is another app that has a pinch to zoom function. This is different though. It's going to pinch to zoom on the tablet itself. See, it's wirelessly remoting in to your computer, handheld, desktop, whatever. You can wirelessly go in through Wi-Fi, or you can plug in through USB. High resolution, high refresh, low latency, pressure sensitivity. I use this for drawing in. If you're more of an iPad user, there's another app called Display Hub over here on Windows. It's on the iOS store. It's called Easy Canvas. It's a red and white app over there. It doesn't look like this one. So there's an Android version as well. I prefer the Super Display over this one though for Android. Third app is nyrna. Suspend games or apps. Kind of like a console or a Steam Deck. You can be playing a game, suspend it, not just have it in the background. That way whenever you push your power button and you put your system to hibernate, then days later when you come back and power your system on, it'll still be in the same exact spot wherever you left off. Next app is syncthing. This lets you save all your game saves across all your platforms. Very useful tool. Lossless scaling, multiply frame rate, double, triple, quadruple. You can also up resolution, upscale it. All the features of your graphics card you can basically play with in here. It's x86 tuning utility. This is a handheld companion alternative. This is my preferred power tuner for TDP control. I've tried things like Handheld Companion, and on my newer system, the 8840U and this WinMini by GPD, it's not working right and the games are crashing. Another tip is an on-screen keyboard. Mine looks like this right now because I'm remoting in from my tablet and I'm usually writing, but on-screen keyboards are good to have on your toolbar. Set that up. Handheld Companion. This is the one I mentioned as an alternative. It's not working on the newer hardware, but it was working good on older hardware and praised by a lot of people. They like this one here. Handheld control panel. This one's big for me. I didn't like any of the built-in side panels, so I wanted to try third-party ones. Pick it up from GitHub. Auto hotkey. You want to have some hotkeys of your own? This is how you do it. Another free app. It will let you set up sequences to save you some time. If you don't have a keyboard or you don't want to use a keyboard, you can program it to a certain button on your handheld. Hardware Info is a tool to monitor your stability. It's a lightweight app that's separate and alternative to like Afterburner. EmuDeck here is a good front end, usually for all my emulators, installs and updates, and keeps everything all in one place. Launchbox is probably my favorite front end for emulation and retro systems. Playnite's another great front end for PC games we put into. GeForce Now is something I like using because it allows you to get really good graphics whether you're on your cell phone or you're on your handheld. Now I can run it looking on my handheld kind of like this, or I can run 4080 Ti with ray tracing over the cloud. Virtual desktop streamer. You can get this in Steam. You can also just download it on Windows. I use this as a virtual work environment. Usually do all my video editing. All the video editing on this was done on this little WinMini. Nebula is an app that comes with external glasses. The external glasses plug into my computer, or I can plug into my phone. There's an option instead of the MetaQuest. This is something I used for gaming as well as remotely. So when I wanted to wirelessly do 3D, I would plug into a cell phone and install Nebula on it, install Nebula on the computer if I want to plug directly into the computer. The better app for remote work from a different location even is called Ginger XR. I like using this whenever I want to get into my computer that's on a different location. MonitorTest.com has a custom resolution utility. It is pretty good if you're having issues with setting your display to 40 Hertz or anything like that. Battery Bar Pro. This is something really good for handhelds because you can see the battery indicator up in the top corner or wherever you'd like to place it, even without having to push anything and get out of the game. FPS monitor. There's a lot of FPS monitors and different apps out there. This is just one but basic one all by itself. Bloaty Nosy. This is an app that allows you to get rid of all the software that's pre-installed on your system. FX Sound. My GPD has Dolby Atmos on there, and everything works good on that. I can turn up a lot of these functions within my app itself, but if you don't have a subscription to the Dolby Atmos app, then FX Sound does basically the same thing. AMD software, make sure you update these from the official drivers. You can get drivers specifically themselves as well. OBS Studio. I used a lot of this to record the screens today. Later I imported them into Premiere on my little mini handheld computer. Another tip is put your system in game mode, helps focus your background tasks. Fan controller, good tool to have. Power will actually control a lot of the noise, but you will want a fan controller as well. My favorite is in the link below. Steam, if you don't have it, you're going to need it for some of the apps. Bonus, Emulation Station, highly regarded as the best out there front end for your emulators.